It's Week 10 of the National Football League.
And coming up, we'll see the electric Jaden Daniels.
He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Commanders and the Steelers, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Greg, this is one that the defensive coordinators have had a long week because these quarterbacks, you can prepare and prepare for them, but because of their legs, you never know what they're going to do.
And when the play breaks down, I think that's where the real fun begins. I mean, it is just so hard. You mentioned it. These defensive coordinators, they spend all week, and every time the ball is snapped, you really have to defend two plays. And what I mean is you defend.
The veteran Chris Boswell ready to get things going. And off we go from Northwest Stadium. He fields it at the 8. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Commanders come out with the man they hope leads them into their new era. Jaden Daniels, the number 2 overall pick in this past draft from LSU. Greg, this is the man who won the Heisman Trophy with the Tigers in Baton Rouge a year ago.
One thing about this guy that's pretty clear, Mike, is there's not a whole lot that rattles him. He does a good job staying even keel. You don't know if he just threw a pick or if he just led his team to a touchdown drive, and that was kind of the case last week. He didn't let it snowball into a bunch of back-breaking mistakes. He just shook it off and kept playing. Now, can he keep that mentality as the rest of the year unfolds? And if he does, he's going to give his team a chance every single week.
On 1st and 10, here's Daniels. That's into the hands of Zacchaeus. Here's a 2nd and 9. Yet another Alabama back in the league. This is Brian Robinson. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. On 4th down, the Commanders going to send out their veteran Tress Way to punt. Calvin Austin deep for the Steelers. And this is going to work out for them. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. The Steeler offense ready to take the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the man from Ohio State, 6'3", Justin Fields.
The coaches spend all week, Mike, drafting up their opening script. These are the plays that they feel the best with to not only attack the defense early, but try to get an idea of what sort of matchups they're going to see throughout the course of the game. Now, all of that is thrown out the window. None of the plays take into account snapping it this close to your own goal line. They've got to try to get themselves some breathing room, pick up a first down or two. That will allow them to get back on track, executing the rest of that opening script. Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you could see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield, perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Throwing again. Fields on 2nd and 10. Catch made right side by Wilson. Down to the 10. And he'll be taken down.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
This opening drive going to form so far. Now they've got it 1st and goal. Now some movement up front. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time here today. That's the rookie first-round pick, Troy Fautanu. Now it is 1st and goal. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. They run with Warren. And he got half of what he needed from the 6 to the 3. They'll use 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and goal. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Still 3rd down.
Looking for that final yard. It's 3rd and goal. They'll run with Warren. And waiting, no signal. He did not get in. And that's going to bring up 4th and goal.
And what a play by the interior of this defensive line. There was nowhere to run. He's able to get in the backfield for a big stop, and it sets up 4th down.
They'll try it now with Warren. And he's not going to get there. They stopped him at the goal line. It's a turnover on downs. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Here's 1st and 10. The tight end Ertz in motion. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And they will get him down just beyond the 10-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass, unmask the defense, and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Daniels. The rush gets there. He goes down back inside the 5-yard line.
A sack certainly isn't ideal in this situation, but I think this quarterback considers himself lucky he at least prevented the safety. This defense is in attack mode. They know they're one big play away from taking a 2-0 lead. Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
Here's Austin to return. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. Now the return man is a bit slow getting up after that kick. They'll run straight ahead with Warren. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Now, a 2nd down throw for Fields. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Fields. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single 1st down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
The Commanders' offense ready to get back at it. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. That's complete. It's Jamison Crowder. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
It's 3rd and 7.
From the shotgun on third down, Daniels. A throw on the move is caught.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Steelers offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll start out first down and 10. On the ground, it's Warren to start the drive. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. They'll try again here, second and 10. Now Fields. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force fourth down.
Watch the pursuit by this defensive end. The quarterback tries to escape the pocket, but he just keeps on chasing him, and he closes that ground in a hurry and brings him down for a big sack.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Commanders' offense getting set to get back to work. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. On first down, Daniels. A throw left side, but it's incomplete. Terry McLaurin, the intended target on that one, and it'll be second down. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. The second down throw is incomplete.
So they made it a priority here early to try to get him the ball in the first quarter, but that was their third attempt. None of them have resulted in a catch. I think you got to start looking elsewhere. You don't want to get into a position, Mike, where you feel like you're forcing the guy the ball and forcing your offense to run through him. This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with first and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Warren. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
He'll work forward to the 40-yard line. It was Jeremy Chin that time up to make the stop. Here's second and 6. Fields now. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. But he can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Fields from the gun on third down. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes. That is Jonathan Allen, the big defensive tackle, in there for the sack.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. To throw is Daniels. Quick throw taken in, and they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down. Here's Daniels. The blitz gets there, and he lost the football. One of the Steelers has it. And there it is. The defense comes up with the big play, forcing the fumble as they get their offense right back on the field. Coming up, Greg, with a big turnover.
Taking the ball away, Mike, has really become an art form in the NFL. Some teams are good at it, some teams not so much. But in this case, great job by the defense taking that one away.
The Steelers offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll start with the football already in the red zone. Big opportunity here on 1st and 10.
Mike, did you see how hyped the sideline got after that run after catch? I mean, I thought the bench was going to run out onto the field to celebrate. He refused to go down on 1st contact and 2nd contact for that matter.
On 2nd down, Warren. And the Steelers are going to be set up with 1st and goal. He couldn't quite break the plane, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. Fields. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Looking for a seam, but will not find one. He'll take this down to the 4-yard line. So we've come to the end of a fairly evenly played opening quarter. 0-0 is the score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Justin Fields. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown. And, Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field and results in a nice touchdown.
Commanders, nothing.
So 7-0 the score, and set now for the dynamic kickoff. Now return coming from the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll be hoping to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 our score as this drive begins with a 1st down. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. But this is taken in by a teammate.
And I feel like we see this so often, Mike, especially with how good these receivers are after the catch. They're so eager to pick up that extra yardage. Sometimes they don't completely put the ball away, and With how good these defenders are at knocking it loose, pretty fortunate on that one. His teammate was there to prevent that from being a turnover.
Here now, 3rd and 5. They'll throw with Daniels. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Here's Tress Way now, as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. Fair catch made here. The drive will start at the 23-yard line. The Steelers offense headed back to take over once more. They lead it here in the 2nd quarter, 7-0, as they begin with a 1st and 10. A handoff running left. This is Warren. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Back to throw is Fields. That's complete left side to Pickens. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. Now, Fields. And that's going to be incomplete, but a flag down in the backfield. That's the area we usually see holding. Here's a handoff to Warren. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. To throw is Fields. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Here's Fields. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
They'll come up here 1st and 10. Fields. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. 5 yards from the house. They've got it 1st and goal. Off the play action, here's Fields. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
To play in the NFL, you got to have a short-term memory, because regardless of whether the previous play was good or bad, they're going to line up and snap it again. And in this case, really nice job bouncing back. They put the bad play behind them, forced the sack in the ensuing play, and they're right back on track. Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will extend to a 10-0 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with 1st and 10. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And he'll move this forward out to the 29-yard line. Patrick Queen, the linebacker. They're on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 29-yard line.
A handoff here, up the middle. And he'll get this very close to a 1st down. A nice run there. Will just end up a little bit short. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. And that'll keep the drive going. He's got the 1st down, up past the 40-yard line.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the 1st down.
On the ground, it's Robinson. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Now Daniels. He'll try and get there on the ground. And Daniels will have the 1st down as he's able to slide and avoid the contact. It's a 1st down and a gain of 13.
This is exactly how it's supposed to look on 3rd down. His eyes are downfield, nothing materializes. He quickly decides he can do it himself, picks up the 1st down, and then to protect himself with the slide, well done.
The man in motion is Zacchaeus. They'll run it here with Robinson. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
That'll be caught by the running back, Robinson. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Here's 2nd and 2.
At the 17-yard line.
On play action, Daniels. He's got it inside the 5. To the goal line and in. Zach Ertz. Touchdown Commanders. That touchdown number 1 for him on the year.
And that was just a great drive. Really from start to finish, Mike, you could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm. Mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Steelers offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. Before we get to this next drive, I want to take a look ahead what's coming up in prime time starting tonight. Sunday Night Football, 2 of the biggest surprises from last year in the NFL. Lions and Texans at NRG Stadium. And then on Monday night, it'll be the Dolphins and Rams in Southern California. 2nd down and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the shotgun, it's Fields. That'll be caught by the running back, Warren. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Now a 3rd and 2. Oh, there's movement up front. That's going to make this third down a lot tougher. So, from 3rd and 2, back them up to 3rd and 7. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. The Commanders come up with it. And now, following the turnover, we have an injured player on the field. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. 1st and 10. And unable to connect there. It's incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
17 yards that time for number 17.
Jaden Daniels, you look at his time at LSU, Mike, and he certainly had great wide receivers to throw to. But now being a rookie quarterback and having the veteran presence of a guy like Terry McLaurin, that is such a comfort for any young quarterback getting his feet under him in this league.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6.
At the Steelers' 30-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Robinson. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down. And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
All level at 10 as this one's kicked off. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do. They'll see if they can go about breaking our tie. We're all even at 10 as this drive begins, 1st and 10. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. 2nd down, it's Fields. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Here comes 3rd and 6. Throwing is Fields. Here's a screen set up for Warren.
Anytime you call a running back screen, the key is the relationship between the offensive line and their running back. They have to be in sync perfectly to set up the big play. That wasn't the case here on 3rd down. He gets tackled short of the sticks.
A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The Commanders' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
Let's give a lot of credit to the defensive plan that this coaching staff has come up with coming into today's game. Every time it seems like the offense makes an adjustment, the defense counterpunches. Different looks, different fronts, different pressure packages. They've had all the answers so far, and the sacks just keep piling up. Really just been a combination of errors here on this drive. I mean, the sack on 1st down put them in a bad spot. Then the incompletion there trying to gain it back on 2nd, and now they find themselves in a critical 3rd down here, or they're facing a 3 and out.
The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts. Clock says 25 seconds till halftime. This will be returned from the other side of midfield. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The visitors' offense and quarterback Justin Fields make their way back out. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. A throw right side is intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste.
You know, Mike, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded of the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3. Offenses are going to roll out 2, 3, 4 high-level wide receivers at you in this pass-first modern era. If you can't roll out 5 DBs and all of them hold their own and be trusted to hold up, you are going to struggle defending these pass-first modern offenses.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
By Nick Purveyor. It's a loss of 10. Leads to second down at the 38-yard line.
So we have reached halftime here in this one. As we get you down to Florida, Orlando specifically, where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, where it was the visiting Bengals who were able to come away with the road victory. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, we head over to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And they were winners as they defeat the visiting New England Patriots. Caleb Williams, excellent in the victory as his guys up their record to 7-2 now on the year. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they were losers in their ball game as the visiting Buffalo Bills come in and took it to them. Josh Allen, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. He'll start at the 4. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The visitors' offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. A low-scoring game, all tied, third quarter. And a touchdown here could go a long way. See if they can get it on this drive. First and 10.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
They'll stay on the ground with Warren. He'll get in behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. Jordan McGee there on the stop. Third down, 3 to go. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Neutral zone infraction, defense. Automatic first down.
So, from the 36, it is first and 10. They go play action with Fields. He'll take a shot, looking for Wilson. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on first down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up second down. Throwing again, Fields on second and 10. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him and will bring up third down.
Just on the coverage.
Fields to throw. He'll try to run for it.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn it to a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
Steelers getting ready to put this one away. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The home team's offense and running back Brian Robinson on the field for their next drive. And he's had trouble getting on track in this one. Really limited space to find an opening. The defensive front stopping him multiple times. Generally, he has not been a big factor in this game to this point. A good push from the defense. They get him down back at his own 10. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Encroachment, defense. Still second down.
On the give, it's Robinson. Tough to bring down, and somehow he manages to get 4 yards out of that. First down away to the 26-yard line. And here's third down. From the shotgun on third down, Daniels. And that is incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up fourth down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
The visitors' offense and their running back, Jaylen Warren, set to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Now Fields. That's to the sideline and taken in by Wilson.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day.
Dan Quinn wants a second opinion here, and he has thrown the challenge flag. At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here. So the challenge is not successful, and that will cost them the first of their 3 timeouts for the half. Now Warren. He was looking for that cutback lane, but it never developed, and he's tracked down behind the line. Here's a 3rd down and 4. To throw is Fields. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
A fair catch taken here, and it's going to come right at the 15-yard line. The Commanders' offense ready to get back at it. They'll do so with 1st and 10. On the option, here's Robinson. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 24-yard line.
They'll go play action here with Daniels. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap. The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking first down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up fourth down.
This kick hangs up, and a fair catch will be taken beyond the 35-yard line. The Steelers offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Play action now for Fields. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They run with Warren. Up the sideline, past midfield. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Steelers' 33-yard line. A big-time play for Pittsburgh. And even 30 yards. Once again, it's Warren. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. 2nd and 7. Fields now. Quick throw on target to Pickens. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
Great pre-snap identification by the quarterback, realizing that the blitz was coming and exactly where the soft spot in the defense would be. He's able to put that slant route right on the front shoulder pad of his receiver. Leads to a real nice run after catch and brings up first down.
Ball sitting at the 7. 1st and goal. Here's Warren. And they are all over that on defense. Good surge. Drops him back. Let's put him at the 9-yard line.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
He'll take this one down to the 8-yard line. Big play coming up. 3rd and goal. Fields from the pistol. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. He was looking for George Pickens there, and it'll be 4th and goal coming up. Here comes Chris Boswell to try a field goal. This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. It's now 13-10.
Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves him out in front.
A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Commanders' offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Daniels now going to look to throw. Over the middle, he's got McLaurin. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
That's good for a Washington. 1st and 10 at the 40.
Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Encroachment defense. Still 1st down.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. They'll send him over to the left. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down.
Play action. Here's Daniels. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Here's Daniels. He's got a man. It's McLaurin.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need, but really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Here's 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Throwing now, Daniels. He'll get that to Zacchaeus. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
Up the middle they go. What more could you ask for on 1st down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short.
The 6-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now Robinson. And it doesn't appear that he got to that 1st down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 1.
3rd and a yard. It's Daniels. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Commanders will tie the game here in the 3rd quarter.
So touchdowns are always the primary goal of every drive, but when you find yourself down 3 here in the 2nd half, you've just got to find a way to tie the game up, and they were able to do that here.
And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Steelers offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. They'll start this on the ground with Warren. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
So these teams trade field goals in the 3rd as we come to the end of the quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Back to throw is Fields. That's complete left side to Pickens. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Off the play action, here's Fields. Into the hands of Pickens. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7. They run out of the gun with Warren. And he'll bring this inside the 30. A gain of about 4. The crowd making their presence felt. This is 3rd down. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Taking off. And he will take this into the end zone. What a run! Justin Fields. Touchdown, Steelers. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the 4th quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now the pressure shifts to your defense. Your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers will go up by 7.
Commanders 13. Chris Boswell.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Commanders' offense ready to take over once again. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Mike, these are the spots that if I was a play caller, I think I'm calling up something down the field. You know the defense is really packed in tight, anticipating a run. Now's the time, play action and throw it over their head. They take a little bit more of a conservative approach, still get stopped for no gain, brings up 3rd and short. Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the 1st down, and they're able to convert.
To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. Throwing downfield, right side, and it's caught. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Daniels. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. Daniels going to throw again. He finds De'Ami Brown. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
flag comes in as he's forward for about 3 yards, but we'll need to check on the call. The tight end, Ertz, in motion. On play action, Daniels. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
And he gets this one down inside the 10, but it will set up 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
On 3rd down, they'll throw with Daniels. And he's in. Terry McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington. A huge touchdown there in the 4th quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the 4th quarter. All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Steelers' offense ready to take over once more. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead on this drive that starts with 1st down. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete. Roman Wilson was the intended target, and it'll lead to a 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Fields. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete. Pat Freiermuth, the intended receiver. And 3rd down coming up. Now Fields. Now he'll run. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
The defenders knew a pass was coming. They had their ears pinned back here on 3rd down, but they initially allowed him to escape the pocket and make a break for it, but give him credit. They recognized the scramble quickly, rallied to the ball, stopped him short of the 1st down.
Now a fair catch. He'll take it at about the 24-yard line. Here comes the number 2 overall pick, Jaden Daniels, with the rest of the Commanders' offense. And I want to take you through the highlights here. They have been plentiful from the quarterback position. Has the offense running at a high efficiency throughout, and will try to sustain it here down the stretch. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Throwing on 2nd down, Daniels. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Wow, an important one coming here. Tie game, late, and this is 3rd down. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. He's going to tuck it and go. They get the conversion on 3rd down. It was a gain of 27.
There was a lot of questions surrounding this quarterback about whether his style of play from college would transfer to the NFL game. Well, his ability to create with his legs certainly has here today. We see it with his ability to escape pressure out of the pocket, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. Down the sideline to the 20. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So the big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and goal now from just inside the 10-yard line. Here's a run. And he's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8.
Tie game, 4th quarter. This defense knows the importance of keeping this thing at a 3-point game. What a big play there with the tackle for loss on 1st and goal.
A give, and here comes Robinson. And some space opening up as he works it down to the 2. Big play coming up here. Tie game, 3rd and a couple. They'll try to run with Robinson. A dive, and he's in! Ryan Robinson. Touchdown, Commanders. So on 3rd and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on 4th down. Taking care of it on the 3rd down for the touchdown.
Yeah, and when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Steelers offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those into big plays.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the 4th quarter.
Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Here's a handoff to Warren. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Number 1 rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
And a nice run there as he surges forward, a gain of 8, and sets up 3rd down. Fields. He's got his man. It's Jefferson. And he's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. A carry here for Warren. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's a 2nd and 9. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Defense. Still 2nd down.
Now a 2nd down throw for Fields. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. On 3rd down, They go with Warren. And this defense holds its ground. They stop him for no gain, and fourth down's coming up. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. He's got his man, Jefferson. And they're going to get the first down. They were forced to go for it, and it's going to work out for them. Fields. There's that man again. Another catch. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. They'll drop to throw. That is caught back corner of the end zone. George Pickens. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Illegal touching. Offense.
Boy, easy call for an official. Once the receiver steps out of bounds, he can't be the first guy to touch it, so that brings out the flag. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Fields from the gun on third. Oh, he can't get rid of it, and he's taken down.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of them.
And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. A shotgun snap, and they'll give it to Robinson. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Another run here for Robinson. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Robinson. And he will have the Commanders' first down, I do believe. Gets it by about a yard on 3rd and 3. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to a knee. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it's a win here for the Commanders. They use a little home cooking here. They play a complete football game. They're going to send their fans home quite happy. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Commanders are winners as we say so long from just outside our nation's capital.